Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Alex Puckett.
We're going to start off with a look at the tropics. Of course, as we've been talking about the past week and a half, the eastern Pacific is where things are active right now. This is what's left of Aletta, currently a tropical storm, barely hanging on there. It's going to weaken into a depression later on today, most likely. And then there's Hurricane Bud. This is the new storm just off the coast of Mexico. Category 2 hurricane right now. You'd see that eye there in the infrared satellite. Pretty impressive looking. Sustained winds 105 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure 970 millibars. This thing's going to move off to the north and west, and this one will have some impact on land. It's going to move towards the southern tip of the Baja Peninsula by the time we get towards the end of the week. The big impact from this is probably just going to be a lot of moisture moving into the Baja Peninsula, Southern California, Southeastern California, and the Four Corner states. We could see some isolated flooding issues out there. Now, I really didn't want to show you this, to be quite honest, but because things are going around on social media, I want to clear the air. This is our no-hype tropics outlook. There's been some model runs and things like that making their way across Facebook and Twitter. So here's the setup as we head towards the end of the week as far as the Gulf of Mexico is concerned. Get this big ridge of high pressure across the central United States, and typically when we see that in tropical season, we look to the south, and traditionally, if something was going to form with this kind of a setup, it would form in the western Gulf of Mexico. Is something going to form? We don't know yet, and quite frankly, at this point, it doesn't look overly likely. It's something we'll watch as we go through the next few days, but don't start canceling any plans to head down to the coast or anything like that. It's just something to keep an eye on at this point. Temperatures starting off in the 60s and 70s this morning. Radar is quiet. It's a dry start to our Monday, and as we go through the rest of the day, we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms dot the radar as we head into the afternoon. One or two of those could produce some heavy rain, some frequent lightning, but we're not anticipating any sort of severe threat today. As we head into the evening, temperatures dropping down to around 70, and then the weather will be on repeat tomorrow. And quite frankly, really over the next 7 days, our weather is going to be on repeat. Highs in the low 90s, heat index values in the mid to upper 90s, maybe triple digits a few days over the next 7 days. Rain chances going to be in that 40 to 60% range as we go through the next few days as well, with those daily pop-up thunderstorms each and every afternoon. Now let's look at today's Spiller Furniture and Mattress Weather Quiz. Which of these is a technique used to determine hurricane intensity using solely the satellite? Is it the GOES technique, the Dvorak technique, or the infrared technique? While you think about that, let's get a check on sports, a recap from Nashville. Here's Robbie.